Hello everybody and welcome back to MJ Games. I am Michael and today we are looking at a PC build as this is created by a follower and somebody who's part of some of the YouTube Facebook groups, and it's created by Mr. E, and this is called Hybrids and Whiplash. And so basically it's a B&M Giga or Hybrid coaster, and then also you got Premier Rides coaster. And as we're kind of walking around the entrance here, I want to thank Greg for pre-recording this video for me, so you can see kind of this nice entry area. And a couple things about this is this was actually made on his older laptop. Since making this, he has gotten a newer laptop with better specs and stuff, and it basically met the minimum requirements to run the game, which is why there's only about 11,000 pieces in this build. But I love this little backstage area right away. Looks really good. You got the tall fences and stuff, and you can see all the supporting behind there. As that Premier Rides coaster is custom supported, which looks really, really cool. And so you got this little backstage here. But Greg has, or Mr. E, as it's on the Steam Workshop, which, by the way, the link is below. And he also recently started a YouTube channel, so I will put that link below as well. But I've looked at one of his parks before when he was playing on PlayStation. So he's kind of switched back and forth a little bit, but now just basically plays on PC. And one thing that he's done a lot recently is creating coasters and doing custom supports and that whole aspect. And so that's really cool to see. And so now we can kind of see a little staff parking back here. And there would be kind of the exit road and stuff like that. So really good adding in the backstage, a lot of detail. And oh, TMTK signs. Making me jealous here as a console player, because I want signs like that to be able to put on the fences. But that is an awesome look of the, probably near the end of that Giga or Hyper coaster. And so interesting color choice here. I think you've done a good job with it. And you got some, like there you got the rough brick. And so here we got Whiplash, and this is all custom supported. And I do have the PC version, but I asked Greg if he wanted to pre-record this for me, because I'm just awful at using the camera on PC compared to using it on console. But there we've got the custom sign, which looks really cool, and I like how you kind of dip down with the path. And so this kind of reminds me almost like, it's obviously not the same track, but if S&S made a better coaster model, or it's almost like a mixture of the way the 4D free spins look combined with the gosh, I'm forgetting the actual coaster type, but like Tigris and stuff like that. So you'll see when we get to that point. But we got a little staff room there, a first aid room. So this is looking good. And once again, you've got another little staff entryway, which is nice. And then over here, we've got the I like that bathroom right there. That's well done. I like the little custom pergolas there and the walls on the side. I think that looks really good, and those windows up there. And that staff person was stuck. Yeah, this little plaza area looks really, really good. And so I love the look of that, because I love these kind of like basic looking buildings sometimes. Only thing I might say is using flooring tiles to kind of cover up that part where it's grass and stuff. But that's just a little nitpick there. So this is called Hybriz. And then let's see which coaster we're going to go on first, because as I said, this was pre-recorded. So I've yet to see this footage as I'm kind of talking over right now. We got a little food stall place there, which is nice. We got another backstage area here. And I don't know if we're going to get an overview, but would be interested to get an overview look to see how everything's kind of laid out. Yeah, and I love those little crane things on the right that are obviously TMTK. So just a lot of really, really cool extra stuff added. And there we go. Those little things right there. So there's so many things that people have imported using TMTK that just makes the backstage areas look so come so alive and stuff. And that's a good look at a lot of the custom supports of that coaster, and I think it looks awesome. And I like how you got some spare track back here. So now let's head on to Whiplash. And so as we head over this pathway, so maybe we're looking at an overview now. Okay, so we see where Whiplash is located at. And I like the ride height sign. That looks really good. And you've got the intensity level, so it's level 5, or I guess the thrill level. See, to me, I would think level 5 would be like X2 or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see how this is. And it looks like we got some custom fencing here, which is nice. Nice little station. And looking at these stats, kind of hard to see on my TV. So G-forces look pretty good. And max speed, or biggest drop, 74 feet. Max speed, 72 miles per hour. And I'll talk to you after the coaster. So there we go. That was Whiplash. And like I said before, I think that's a really cool design. I think inversions maybe needed just a tad bit more smoothing, or using the autocomplete method. But that is it's almost like it's a longer Tigris. It's a little bit more tame at first, but you can tell with each level that you kind of go down, it gets a little bit more fast, a little bit more intense, which is why there had to be some trim brakes there before the final dive loop. So that was really, really cool. I really enjoyed that. It's definitely very unique, and the whole ride is like, all those are custom supports, because I remember Greg was showing me his progress and sending photos and stuff, and that was just really cool to see kind of the creation of it. So now, once again, this is also level 5 thrill level. So this is the B&M coaster, and I love these type of coasters in real life. So you got a nice little queue here. Maybe have a little bit more fencing around there, but I like how you've got a little bit of covered areas with those pergolas. And so this is the Rage coaster. If we can take a look at these stats. So the biggest drop is 172 feet, so it's not quite a hyper. And 74 miles per hour. G-forces look good. So I'll talk to you after the coaster. That was spectacular. As we look at the transfer track right here. Now, one thing you can add to the top there is add the locomotive rails, because they'll give you with the look that the track will actually slide over on that rail. That to me is easily the best one out of the two. And not that the other one wasn't good, the other one was, but the airtime on that was phenomenal. And now we're getting kind of an overhead view. I love the look of that little plaza. I think that little plaza looks great. And like you can see the custom supports now. Really, really cool. Really well done. And so you can see how I said it looks like one of the Batman SNS clones, right? In terms of kind of the layout and design. It takes that similar kind of style and approach of the track looking that way. And I know Tigris and those are kind of similar in a way, but it doesn't have this kind of layered form to it. And so I think that's a really cool design, how you're able to make that work and how it's able to keep its speed and so forth. And so that's a fair amount of inversions that coaster has, but that is really, really, really cool. So I really, really enjoyed that. And then I believe you did, I don't know if you did custom supports on that hyper coaster, but what I would say is it probably needs to have one up near the top there. And then you've got this turnaround, which is almost like Orion's turnaround or the reverse of what Fury does. And then you get here and it is just, this second part right here, or the second half, I guess is what you'd say, is one of the best I've seen on a coaster. So now as we start to wrap up, as I said, the link to this creation is in the description below, as this was created on PC, as well as the link to this creator's new YouTube channel. And I'm also going to put the link to the PS4 park that I spotlighted by Greg as well. And so thank you, Greg, so much for making this video, and thank you everybody so much for watching, as it's been really cool to check out these two coasters, just to kind of see a new creation and stuff like that, and take a look at what's being done on PC. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and talk to you later. Bye.